had a fantastic town hall meeting and we're about to leave. Some guys who thought we were the old politicians carrying money around asked us for money and wanted to collect money from us. And we said we don't have money. We only have ideas to give you. Some of them reasonably agreed and left, but some of them insisted that they must collect money from us and went ahead to try to hijack the boss of the student union government that came to protect us. The students resisted them, did not allow them to hijack their boss, and one of them was macheted as we speak. We heard that he's been treated, but that tells you that Nigerian youths are willing to put their lives on the line to save Nigeria come 2019. We will not perpetrate violence. We will not engage in violence. But we will not allow anybody to run us over or ride roughshod over us in 2019. We say it all the time that this is the only campaign in a long time in Nigeria that has the audacity and the temerity to go anywhere without police protection. What they are trying to do is to force us into a security conundrum so that we will be asking for police protection. You cannot believe that on our way out of Igbora, we met policemen who were at the checkpoints there, and they confessed to us that they saw when we were being attacked and left. But they were on the road trying to fight us over their usual roja. This is the kind of country we are in today. And what we have come to do for Nigeria is simple. When you have a device like this, and it is contaminated with all kinds of rogue applications, what do you do to the device? You turn it on, you reformat it, and put it to reset, factory default reset. That is what we are coming to do to Nigeria. We want to reformat Nigeria and reformat and remove all the rogue elements within the Nigerian device and put our country to a default factory reset. We are coming as if Nigeria never had government before. We are coming as if we don't have roads. We are coming as if we don't have higher institutions or an education policy. We are coming as if we don't have an energy policy. You already know that we don't have electricity, right? We already know that our agriculture is in shambles, that we don't have a healthcare system that can be referred to as healthcare system. That is what our movement, Take It Back movement, has come to do in Nigeria. And it is not a surprise that without bribing someone a single kobo, everywhere we have been has been filled up to the brim. Within a short time, without a private jet, we have been everywhere in Nigeria, spreading this message of a revolutionary return of power to the people. When I say people, you people, because up until now, they have treated us with disdain. They have lied to us. They have sold us down the river. They don't care about us. I hate to quote conventional singers, but if you have time, you can go and listen to the lyrics of a song by Pink. It's an American singer. The title of the song is What About Us? Listen to it. It's as if she sang it for Nigerian leaders. The bad things they have done to us as young people. I am 47 years old, ladies and gentlemen and comrades in the house. This country has never done anything good for me before. When I was growing up, I suffered. Primary school, go to farm, go and fetch water, come to school, go back to farm. Secondary school, the same thing. Only time I had a semblance of governance was when we had a secondary school in my village, brought by Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Otherwise, today probably I will be a palm wine tapper from Ondo State. And I guarantee you, if I was a palm wine tapper, I would be one of the best palm wine tapper there is in the world. So I am not discountenancing or not honoring palm wine tappers. People do it, and they do it because they don't want to steal. There is dignity in labor. After my primary school days and secondary school days, problems started. We wrote JAMB, passed. It is the people that did not pass JAMB that got admission. So I had to write JAMB twice. My first choice was a different course, but they allocated my space to another person. My second choice had to be geography, but I got in on merit. But the problem was that my parents were poor. I had to go and borrow money. I went to university, spent only 1 year there before they brought their trouble. First, it was the structural adjustment program that destroyed the Nigerian economy. We fought that. Then Babangida bought his transition program. As students, we were the first to say that Babangida was lying, that he had no plan to transition Nigeria to democracy. People were laughing at us. Shebi, you can trust him now. 1993, the man who won the election is from this your hometown, Abeokuta, Bashorum, MKO, Abiola. They annulled his election. But guess what? The people that betrayed him also came from Abeokuta. Chief Ernest Shonekan took the position from Abiola with no shame and called himself interim government of Nigeria. The government that the Yoruba people used to call Fidi Hair. My brain is history. I saw something. But we stood by Abiola Gidigba. The man, also an Abeokuta man, who eventually benefited from Abiola's suffering. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo went to Zambia and said, Abiola is not the Messiah. They betrayed him. But from that time, we knew where to stand when it is time to stand on the side of the people. Some of you must have seen a video of me with my tiny neck, with my head like this, swinging behind Abiola in those days, 1993. The video is here. That is what hunger can do to an activist in those days. We suffered, we went to prison, we were expelled from the university because we stood for what was right. And we fought in this country. Who are the people who came and benefited from it? The same people who claimed that Obasanjo is not a Messiah became the biggest beneficiary of the June 12th struggle. But he wouldn't even remember Abiola. Instead of choosing June 12th as Democracy Day, he went and created his own May 29 as Democracy Day. When your man comes to power next year, June 12th will become Nigeria's Democracy Day. We are taking back our Democracy Day. Take it back. Thank you. Our campuses also capitulated. This event we are holding here in this hall today is supposed to be happening on a university campus. But you can barely enter into any campus today. We have to be getting buses to bring our students to come and attend events outside instead of taking over this struggle from within the campuses. That is happening, I'm aware. But today, we have a different fight on our hands. It is a fight to finish. It's not a violent struggle. It's the same Aluta struggle we used to fight in those days that can outsmart any jet fighter, that can outsmart any Mopo command, that can outsmart any army troops. or battalion. Yes. It is the same struggle that we are going to fight today. And I have said it. I am not apologetic about it that we are taking back our country. Some have said to me, oh, it's a matter of time before they got you arrested or they get you arrested again. Even the Emir of Kano told me. I said, let them arrest me because that will add another 5 million votes to our already 70 million votes. For too long, they have used fear to drive us away from our entitlements in this country. Because the first thing your parents will tell you when you say you want to go and confront the government, they will kill you. They will not kill you if you are brave. Guess what we did last week? We went to Ilorin. Where is Ilorin? Ilorin is in Kwara State. No, don't go there yet. Let's do the quiz now. Why are you people acting like science students? Don't be too fast. Ilorin is in Kwara State. It's supposed to be the state capital of Kwara. But it has become the bedroom of Bukola Saraki. Anything he says there is law. And when we wanted to go there, everybody in this world discouraged me from going there. I said to myself, if it's the last act of laziness I perform in my lifetime, I will go there. Yes. And lo and behold, over 5,000 people were waiting for us in Ilorin to repudiate Saraki. And I made a prophetic statement in Ilorin. I said, when we come to power, Bukola Saraki is going to jail. Some people said, oh, no, you shouldn't have said that. It shows that you have vendetta. You are going to behave like Buhari. I said, no. When somebody is a criminal, where does he go to? Jail. But guess what? We have not even come to power yet. The police just asked Bukola Saraki to come to their office tomorrow to come and explain how cult members in Ilorin were working for him. So he might actually go to jail before we are sworn in next year, in case they decide to put him in jail. Our prisons will be functioning very well when we come to power. Their uniform will be very, very clean. We will make sure that we get rid of all the bed bugs in the prisons. We will make sure that prisoners are well fed. I will make sure that our prisoners get health inside prison. He might even be able to obtain a law degree while in prison through long-distance education. Right? There will be respect for the rights of prisoners under our government. There will be respect for human rights. They didn't have that. Part of the reason I was emotional about Kwara is this. If you guys ever heard, there was a time over 200 women were trampled to death in front of Saraki's house. 200 women. What were they doing? They were sharing rice to them. Rice of 300 naira each, branded rice. Those women, the death of the women in front of his house was so serious that it's cited as a stampede death on Wikipedia. You can Google it. It's one of the cases of human tragedy cited on Wikipedia. How do you expect that such a person be promoted from, and that's not the only thing he did. They looted Societe General Bank to run for office. I think Lobby Bank and Trade Bank in Ilorin, all of it. Then went and looted Kwara State. If you go to Ilorin, you would think that you have just arrived in Jurassic Park. Roads are horrible. The only roads that, if you see a road walking in Ilorin, just know that it's leading to a hospital or a hotel owned by them. That's the only way they make roads in Ilorin. Let's organize ourselves. And in organizing ourselves, I'm glad that in saying take it back now, you have completed it by saying with your PVC. That is exactly what is important, because you students and youth, we don't used to register for election. Most of us don't have PVC. On election date, will be walking around and hoping to hear from the radio or see on SAHARA reporters who is winning. We don't vote. Even me, I'm guilty of that. I don't vote because I lost interest in the electoral process after what happened to Abiola happened to Abiola. I was one of the few people who had a chance to see Abiola a dead man. Every respect I had for this country evaporated that day, because it was as if we knew they would kill him, but we doubted that they would do it, but they did it regardless. People have predicted that after Abacha died, people were saying that Abiola will be killed though. And we said it's not possible because we were in his house waiting for him to be released. He never made it out. They went and put together bongo tea, served it to him. The man had heart attack. And they just said it like that. That was why I was one of the youths also when he died. And all these charlatans were coming to his house. We said, you cannot come and attend the burial of the man you betrayed. Even Marwa came that time when he was the governor of Lagos. We told him to go and remove his uniform and come as a civilian. Those were days when youths were youths in this country. We were the ones who conducted Abiola's burial now. With all the battalions of army in Lagos, they couldn't penetrate his house. That is where we are returning ourselves to. And we didn't carry cutlass, we didn't carry knife, we didn't carry a gun. It was just this our mouth and our head. Because we don't only talk, we also use our head. It is the reason why we cannot continue to have leaders that have no brain. Buhari himself traveled from here to London and said that all of you are lazy youths. Are you lazy? But if you are not lazy, you must prove it next year. The population of young people in Nigeria is 70% of 198 million. If we calculate the number of us that vote at BB Niger, what was that thing called? And the amount of money we contributed to that, we will win the election. If we calculate the number of Nigerians that log on to Facebook every day, 20 million. In the cities, if there were to be electricity, it will reduce crime by a huge percentage, a humongous percentage. If you can light up your compound, it becomes difficult for an armed robber to walk into the area, shoot, kill, rob, and walk away, and nobody will catch them because every compound is lighting the streets. And we provide also street lights. So electricity is so key to us. We are bringing it from the miserable level it is now, which is 3,000 megawatts of electricity supplied and transmitted by the federal government of Nigeria, shamefully, to 20,000 megawatts within 3 years. And for those of you who are wondering how this will happen, which is the question we get all the time, we say to you, we've done the costing. They spent $16 billion on power, not on power, on darkness. Our economy is not for the Nigerian people. Our economy is meant for people who come from outside. It's the only people our economy work for. The rest of our economic policy is based on PowerPoint presentations. Those of you, you know PowerPoints? Yes, you know bar charts, histogram. When you ask them, how's the Nigerian economy doing? They will point to, Kemi will just give you PowerPoint presentation. The thing will come like this. Then they close it and say, what did I tell you? Your economy is doing very well. You know, that is not economy. Any economy that will work is the economy that can provide you employment and that we can measure. And our goal is to create an economy that will create at least 5 million jobs in the first 3 years of coming to office. And our agenda is very straightforward. We are going to do it through the security we talk about, because we need to hire fresh policemen. First day of office, we are hiring 80,000 of them, the ghost workers in the police that they just take, they purge them out, put in real people there. And our policemen are going to leave the job of carrying bags for the wives and girlfriends of political office holders forever and ever. Yes. We are going to provide at least 1.5 million jobs through infrastructural developments, because we are going to be building roads, transmission lines, power lines. We are going to be building schools. Everything buildable we'll be building in this country. And if you doubt it, during Awolowo's time, with less money, Jack Conde, you saw what he did in Lagos. Baba Ayekoto was the man in Ogun State. They all did wonders with little that was available to them, because their focus was to build their society and not to rob their society.